now on Fast and Loud.
Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants, you go build your Harley.
Hot rod hunter Richard Rawlings and master mechanic Aaron Kaufman get down on two wheels.
No, it's all you.
As they try to bring a 42 Harley Davidson back to its roots.
Icky, more icky.
To race against other vintage bikes on the New Jersey shore.
Hey, look what I got, Richard.
Meanwhile, Richard gives the monkeys their own mission.
That's pretty rad.
Handing them a 37-panel wagon to turn into the perfect platform.
What the hell? Bam!
To take Aaron's Harley to the race.
It's kind of got a stupid look to it. It's just really ugly.
But when last-minute problems put the Harley's future in doubt, Aaron's trip to the race of gentlemen may be over before it begins.
Holy This is not good. What kind of bike is this again?
I think a WLA, I'm not sure, but it's a 42 model or something. It's like, it looks like all the other ones, just everything on it shrunk.
You think it'll work for the race?
Yeah, I think it might.
So as you all know, over the past few years, I've had the privilege of participating in a number of auto races. Pikes Peak, Roadkill Nights. But I've always had an interest in putting together a vintage race bike, but I've just never really found the right motorcycle or had a good excuse. But a buddy of mine just called, and he's got a 42 Harley that he's looking to unload.
Does it run and drive or no?
I don't know, he didn't say. I don't think so. He would have said if it did.
Aaron's had his heart set on racing a bike for a while now, and he's got his eyes set on a race coming up in New Jersey in just a few weeks. So to keep my easily bored master mechanic happy, I'm open to financing a racing bike, so long as I can make some money off of it, or at least break even.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on,
Hey, man,
Mr.
how
Mathers?
you guys doing? Good to see you.
Living the dream.
Aaron, how you doing? My name is Aaron Mather. I live in Dallas. I've been friends with Richard and Aaron for a long time.
So what you got?
It's a 42 year model, 45-inch flathead.
Well, me and Aaron were trying to figure out, what is that, like 10 or 15 horsepower?
Maybe 7.
But yeah, it's like somewhere in the middle there. It's 7, 8. This is it.
So we walk in, and it's always cool to go over to Aaron's place because he's got all his bikes sitting around, and, you know, the garage is just one of those cool places you want to pop open a cold beer and hang out and look at the stuff on the walls. But it's pretty cool looking. I mean, it's got this orange and yellow paint job, kind of looks like some kind of carnival bike.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how I bought it, Richard. I got the seat and another brake for it over here.
It seems that someone has kept up with it. It's never been sitting outside. It's never been in an alleyway. It's never covered in tarp, you know, sitting somewhere. It looks like it's always been inside or garage, which is a big bonus.
And I'm just looking to get out of it, not lose any money is what I'm trying to do.
It seems so small in comparison to the other bikes.
And this is the shifter. Rad. It's pretty cool looking, though, man. I mean, it's almost like a piece of art.
Yeah, you can put that in your living room.
Man, I don't know if they go for that in my neighborhood. When you guys think about a hog, you probably picture a nice big cruiser with a large compression engine out ruling the road. But Harley-Davidson bikes have been the epitome of cool in America for almost 115 years now. And they've always come in a lot of shapes and sizes.
When America entered World War II in the 40s, Harley-Davidson got patriotic and churned out over 90,000 military versions of its WL model bike to be used for the war effort. The single-rider bike had a small 45 cubic inch flathead engine, so it wasn't that powerful, but it was incredibly reliable, which is exactly what a soldier needed.
Cross-country daredevils, they will get urgent war messages through. Come hills for high water.
With GIs riding them all over Europe, they earned the nickname the Liberator and guaranteed Harley-Davidson a permanent place in every American's heart.
It's basically all there, and you won't have to do a whole bunch. Just get it running.
There's not a whole lot there.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to price something like this, Aaron.
Well, I'll take all the thinking out of it for you. I got to have $9 grand for it. I mean, that's what I got in it, and I'm not letting it go for any less.
You can't take a loss?
I can't take a loss.
Come on, man. As far as negotiation goes, it's $9 grand or hit the highway. And I mean, that's a lot of bike we're just buying to fix up for a race. Not even for your old pals, Richard and Aaron?
Not even for my old pal.
All right. I'll take it.
All right.
$9 grand.
$9 grand.
That'll do it.
All right.
There you go,
You
sir.
sure this is 9?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Count it every morning. Gives me something to do.
All right.
Let's load this thing, Aaron.
Yeah.
Cool. Got myself a WL, whatever the hell that is. $9 grand it is. That's what I gave him in cash, and we threw the bike in the back of the truck. Now it's time to just get it back to the shop and see what Aaron can do to get it ready to race.
Are you guys even helping? No, it's all you.
I mean, the goal is to build a bike so that everyone at the race sees the Gas Monkey name when it crosses the finish line and knows that we're serious about Harleys. But if Aaron actually wins, who knows? Maybe this bike gains some value and I can sell it to a collector. Maybe you can make a profit on it.
So that race is in 2 weeks?
Yep.
Man, sounds like you got some work cut out for you. One thing I am happy about is that Richard and Aaron are going to take care of this bike. They're going to do something good with it. I know Aaron will make sure that that it's done right. So I'm happy with where it's going. At least I'll know that it's in good hands. Y'all come back now. Here.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, flathead.
What up?
Wow. So when Aaron and Richard pull up with the Harley, man, I was stoked. I'm a bike guy, always have been a bike guy, always will be a bike guy.
It's a 42 WLA.
Sweet.
It looks pretty cool. I mean, I think it looks good wall art or good shop art or a good racing bike for that race that Aaron wants to take it to. What do you got planned for it, Aaron? What do you think?
Absolute and total abuse.
Aaron told me that he was thinking about taking this bike to the Race of Gentlemen, which is an awesome race. It's on the beach in New Jersey.
You know what they call the beach in New Jersey?
Wow, that's a weird question. Nobody knows what they call the beach in New Jersey. Hey, somebody look up what they call a beach in New Jersey.
They have a beach in New Jersey?
So the Race of Gentlemen's beach race where we're basically drag racing right next to the water. And since the race is a vintage class race, you can only have period correct-ish parts on it. No disc brakes, no foot shift, no ratchet lid, no a lot of things.
Well, what am I gonna have to spend on that, dude? A couple grand?
It's like everything. It's going to be a lot of inexpensive parts that'll equal a lot of money.
Pretty much straightforward. Yeah, exactly. Aaron's like, hey, I'm building a Harley. And I'm like, well, okay, Mr. Fancy Pants, you go build your Harley. But we got to remember 2 things. 1, we're already 9 grand into this thing. And 2, Aaron's on this unbelievable tight deadline that is so unbelievable that you would never even comprehend how to even analyze the fact that time is moving so fast. So fast that there's not even time to put air in the tires. Just we're gonna ride them on flats. All right, well, somebody help Aaron get it out so he can work on it, and then the rest of y'all do something else. Nothing left for me to do but have a cold beer. God, I'm good at this stuff.
So basically, I have 2 goals for this Harley. 1, get the bike in operational condition in a fashion that meets race requirements. And 2, make it as fast as I can by losing as much unnecessary weight as possible. So to do both of these things, I'm going to strip the bike down and begin the process of determining which parts are usable and which parts are not. I'm hopeful that the engine's going to run, but I'm going to have to tear it down to make sure there's not any obvious issues. Regardless of what I find, I'm going to change some of the other equipment, including the wheels and tires. I'm going to put 18s on it, front and back, with the same tires front and back on it. Just balance the bike a little better. In terms of paint, I don't have to repaint the bike. The paint on the bike's actually in decent shape. It looks like it'll buff up nice. I'll also need to switch out the electric ignition for a magneto, add something to sit on, and then hopefully 2 weeks from now, I'll be tearing down the beach in New Jersey.
Do I know what they call the beach in New Jersey? Is this a trick question?
No. Mike, get out of here. We're going for a ride. You ready to roll, bro hammer?
I'm ready.
So when Aaron brought up the Harley, I'm like, fine, Aaron can build the Harley, but, you know, the other 5 guys can't build a Harley. So when this friend of mine, Rick Fairless, called this morning, told me he had an ambulance panel van thing in the back that belonged to a buddy of his, and he wanted to sell it. That got me thinking, maybe I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I mean, keep the monkeys busy and build something I might actually be able to sell and make some money on. And, well, it's only 2 miles down the street, so here we go. There we are. Strokers Dallas. Woo! Let's go see what we can buy. All right. You don't need another motorcycle.
Of course I do.
There he is, the proprietor of this fine establishment.
Hey, pal.
What's up, Rick?
I'm Rick Fairless. I'm from Strokers Dallas, born and raised right here. How you doing?
Living the dream.
I know you are.
You taught me how. Look at you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mike. You know, it's Strokers Dallas. It's a motorcycle shop, but it's also a bar and grill and a tattoo parlor, and we do custom parts out of here. You hadn't been here in a while.
Dude, I've been working hard. It's been crazy.
I haven't seen him in forever. He's busy, but we did some rides together and all that. These are my personal bikes.
Heck yeah.
I love riding the long, stretched
Well,
out
that's
choppers.
me and you both. So we walk in, check out a few things.
Remember Betty?
Yeah.
That's Pam.
That is rad.
I expanded the courtyard since
Dang,
you've been
dude,
here
you
last.
did.
Remember the old dinosaur?
Yeah. He kind of strolls me straight to the bar, and I'm like, wait a second. You're setting me up, aren't you? You're gonna give me some beer, and then you're gonna try to spend all my money.
There you go,
Oh, look
boys.
at that, dude.
All right.
Cool. Hey, you're
What?
driving.
I didn't drive up here.
Well, you're driving home now.
Sorry about that, Mike.
So I need to just focus on getting the panel van bought and get out of here.
Hey, boys.
Then Joe T comes out, and I'm like, what's he doing here? Dude, I ain't seen you in forever. How you doing? He's like, well, he actually owns the van. I'm like, wait, I'm getting double teaming. You know, this is not good.
Coming up on Fast and Loud, Richard's offer falls flat.
I was thinking more about 8.
Oh, please, please.
And later, Aaron may be out of his depth.
I don't know anything about the motorcycle.
So you know what I learned years ago? Cold beer loosens up the pocketbook, see?
Well, you got me too. So Mike and I are out here at Dallas's own legendary motorcycle mecca, Strokers. I've been working real hard, so I don't get to come down here on the weekends like I used to, and I kind of miss the place.
Hey, look what I got, Richard.
What the hell? Grateful Dead bus, right?
It is.
I used to own that.
That's your old Grateful Dead bus.
That's rad. How did you end up with that?
Well, you know, you sold it to Mike.
We're here to buy a vintage panel truck so the monkeys can have something to do while Aaron's building his Harley for the race of gentlemen. And I can have something that I might actually make some money on when it's done.
I got it. We expanded years ago, but I don't know that you've seen it. Richard was one of the first customers to ever come in here, and I want you to know he hasn't changed a bit in all these years. He hasn't changed. He's still a little bit wild, but he's a great guy.
He trimmed up his beard some.
He kind of made it like the
Yeah.
devil, kind of like
Yeah,
that
little
thing.
pointy
Yeah.
thing.
He didn't used to do it like that.
Yeah.
There's a truck.
That's pretty rad. Did you build it?
My cousin did. It used to be a chicken coop.
Killer. So the history of cars and trucks in America is not all fun and games, and light-duty trucks like this panel wagon were the workhorse of the 1930s. These bare-bone vehicles were perfect for neighborhood deliveries, and the side panels provided plenty of room for signage. They were so versatile that they got used as paddy wagons, ambulances, hell, even chicken coops. All right, so this one was built for use as an ambulance instead of a delivery truck. I mean,
Right.
what does that mean?
The only difference is the glass. Handle wagon didn't have glass.
Okay, got it.
That's just the cars.
How's it powered?
Good, it's just a little 327.
So 327 automatic,
Yeah.
powered steering? Yes.
No power steering.
Power brakes? No.
No.
Runs and drives good?
Yeah, well, we drove it in here.
How many dead bodies you reckon this thing's hauled?
Who knows?
Now, if you remember, one of the main reasons I'm considering of buying this panel truck is to keep the monkeys busy while Aaron builds his Harley. But right now, I'm looking at this thing. How's the rear suspension on it? Is it dual parallel leaf?
Yeah.
And, well, I'm thinking it might actually be cool to use it to transport the Harley to New Jersey for the race. Kind of like a mobile advertisement for Gas Monkey Garage. What do you think about the body, Coy?
It's a lot nicer than what you usually buy. I don't see anything that a couple hours won't fix.
I mean, it just depends on the price.
I knew I had him, baby. I knew I had him.
Yeah.
He wanted it.
I
Now, he's
know.
not going to say he wants it. I saw it in his eyes.
What do you want for it?
I think we got to have 18 out of the dang thing.
I can't pay that. So Rick threw out 18 grand. I'm thinking, oh, it's probably worth 15, but I need to buy it way less than that because I'm gonna have to sink a lot of money into it to fix it up the way I want. So I needed around 10 or 12. I'm sure everybody'd like to have 18 for it, but I was thinking more about 8.
Oh, please. Please.
After 2 beers, 8?
No, I just started my second one.
Okay, we'll go down to like 15. It's worth 15 all day long, brother.
I get to keep the Gumby?
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
have
I'll throw in the Gumby.
How about 10 grand?
I can't do that.
Getting too low there.
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't even know what Christy gave me.
Who's in charge of this place, Richard?
Christy.
Okay.
All right. Christy gave me 12 in cash right now.
What do you think?
I can use the space in my warehouse. Take the 12.
I'm not driving it. I'll take it.
Bam.
Okay.
Cool. Good deal. Thanks, guys.
Richard.
We would have sold it for 8 or 9. We took the 12.
Where do you get this wee stuff? I would
My
have sold
warehouse.
my car.
Now it's his car.
Okay. We got 12. I'm happy.
I'm happy too.
All right, Mike, tell me when it's loaded. Where's the bar, Rick?
Bar's this way.
Air cleaner, floorboards, petcock, and then clutch pedal and cable seems to be
fine.
So we've got this 42 Harley in the shop, and we're under the gun on this one. The race I want to compete in is less than 2 weeks away, and the rules stipulate that the bike can't have any modern equipment on it. Everything has to have been built prior to 47 or reproductions of early speed equipment. So my first priority is to get a lot of parts ordered.
Check and see if this thing has intake gaskets. I don't think it does.
What are you gonna do about exhaust?
You're pretty much looking at it.
All right.
And so the majority of this is basically getting pulled apart, checked for mechanical ability, and then if it's deemed unmechanical, repaired and reinstalled or tossed aside because it's unnecessary. So they're not building this to go across town, not building it to go across country. So this is being built just to hammer, turn around, just come back, shut down. So the first part of the build, ew, icky, more icky. Taking the parts off that aren't going. So I've kind of desired to have an old Harley for a long, long time. There's one massive problem. Old Harleys, like a lot of old stuff, is really, really expensive. Okie dokie. 45s are the babies. They're the little ones. Obviously, they're less money, less power, less desirable, less everything. The one interesting thing is this particular model, we use these in war. We use this to further our agenda. We use this to save our lives, protect our lives, you know, on and on and on and on and on. This is a part of our heritage and our culture. So it's not that this is the greatest bike in the whole planet. It's just part of our culture, and that's the reason I wanted one. There it is. That's all she wrote and then some.
Bam! It's my 37 ambulance, man.
Wow, this is cool. So the panel wagon that we're building, I guess, is actually being built to carry the motorcycle to the race. So that's pretty cool, because, I mean, if I had that panel truck, I'd be putting my bikes in it.
Sweet. Got a little small block in it.
Look at them seat covers.
I mean, it's a pretty decent little ride. What do you think, Aaron?
My WLA is such a small bike. It'll definitely fit back here. It's just really ugly. You know, if Richard wants to drive this thing 1,500 miles across country, what I'm concerned about is not breaking down along the way. And this panel truck, I think it'll be fine. It runs and drives. Yeah. I think it's really just make it look the part a little better.
You know, give it a facelift and wheel it up.
That's right. Wheels, tires, the junky bucket seat's got to go. Delete the windows, get some paint on it, and have Tanner come over and logo it. You know, big Gas Monkey part sales service underneath it. Pretty sweet.
I think it's a pretty cool street rod as it is. It needs to be jazzed up. It's kind of got a stupid look to it. But at the end of the day, and have this kind of retro feeling, you know, pre-war, badass Harley-Davidson race bike with a panel van transporter. I think I hit, you know, marketing gold here.
Well, I've got a Harley to build, and I've got enough work for myself, so this right here is really y'all, and I think y'all are definitely the team to knock it out pretty quick.
You're not putting me in that y'all, are you?
No.
Okay, I ain't in y'all. Y'all are y'all. So, y'all have 10 days.
Best of luck, guys.
I'm digging it.
37 panel truck, baby. I think it would be a pretty cool transport vehicle. Unfortunately, we got a really short timeline on this. That's putting a lot of pressure on us.
Aaron's gonna be on the bike, but good news is that leaves all the other 6 of us to take care of the van.
I've got a rack right there behind you. Actually, it's more like 5.5. See, Kiki's out of town, so Richard brought in this new guy, Tony, to give us a hand.
Don't look at that.
Hey, don't break our crap. In order for Aaron to have this in time for New Jersey,
We're gonna have to do our best to work out of each other's way, get it to Mike as soon as possible, get it back over here, build it, get the bike in it, end of story.
What the hell are you doing? It's your first day, dude.
Coming up on Fast and Loud, Mike goes old school on the panel wagon. And Aaron gets back to basics on the Harley.
Junky old motor, I think that might fly.
Oh, it's heavy when you do it like that. Ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
So I need 1 11/16.
Okay.
Today, we got a lot going on in the shop. It's not often that we have 2 builds that we have to get done on the same timeline, and a very compressed one at that. So right now, it's all hands on deck. So I'm sanding parts on the Harley.
Hope this thing works.
With my luck, it's like 10 kinds of broken. Webb and the guys are working on deleting the windows from the panel truck. And Tony's stripping the paint off the Harley's frame. I wasn't going to paint it, but the more I looked at it, the uglier it got. So Mike's going to seal it and give it a fresh coat of black paint.
That looks nasty.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Looks like a bad hot dog. It's like a hot dog that you put ketchup and mustard on and it's set in your car for 2 days.
Aircraft stripper will do the job.
And if we keep jamming like this, we might even finish in time to hit up the casinos in Atlantic City before the race.
Hey, Jason, you want to do me a favor? I need you to hold this.
Top of that?
Nope, yeah, get on that side of the table. Hold that right there. Just hold it. Okay. Just hold it down. It'll get more heavy. Come on now. Is it heavy enough yet?
Yep. Today we got the Harley frame and some of the smaller parts back from paint. And they don't look much different because we painted them the same color, because I wanted the bike to look mostly original.
Got it. I think.
At this point, I've only got like 6 days before I have to have this bike and the panel truck finished and on the road. The guys have their hands full with the patina look that we're going for on the truck. And for the Harley, I don't know anything about the motorcycle. And so there could be rocks in the transmission. There could be hopes and dreams and bubblegum inside the engine cases. I just don't know. So what I need to do now is get the roller reassembled so that I can dig in and begin the assessment of the motor. Like I said, it is a very simple machine, but at the same time, some simple problems can leave us here in Dallas and not at the race.
Oh, yeah. All right, that is probably sufficient for the evening.
Yep, let's go before we decide to bolt some more on.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, that's green. We don't want that.
So on our 37 panel wagon, the body is just about ready for paint. Empty. Aaron and Richard want kind of a grungy, rusty patina to go with the 42 Harley. So while Tony's finishing up sanding, I'm gonna throw a bunch of colors together and see if I can't come up with a doo-doo brown that looks kind of rusty.
You know what? That's getting pretty close.
Pretty sure I can do that. You mix a bunch of colors together.
Ew, that looks gross.
Typically, that's what you get, a crappy-looking brown.
Let's go shoot this on there in random spots.
Let's throw some of that in the mix. Green might work. Doing a paint job using this kind of technique to simulate patina, it's kind of hard.
There we go. That looks dingy.
The hardest part is doing what it took Mother Nature 50+ years to do and put all the right marks in all the right places. So when I'm doing this and I'm mixing colors and I've got all these colors on the table, there's certain colors I want to hit and certain colors I want to do. But the most important thing, the actual key thing to doing this and actually pulling it off is that you make sure that you get all that where it's going to finish. My paint's too good.
So what do you think of the bike? Is it cool? Is it all right? Does it suck?
The paint job Mike did on the frame looks nice.
Yeah. Everything jams. I just got to fix the motor now, or at least make the motor runnable. So on the 42 WLA, over the weekend, I was actually able to assemble absolutely everything. All the brakes, everything works on it. But I ran into a small problem when I was tearing down the engine. The front cylinder here. So the front cylinder has a stuck valve. I hit it with a hammer, and that's as far as it wanted to go back down. So obviously it's not sealing.
See how it won't go down in there?
What I'm thinking it is corrosion around the stem. So I've got to disassemble the valve train, which, you know, obviously I didn't plan to do.
The problem with a stuck valve is that it disables the motor's ability to make compression, a vital aspect of operation. It would be wonderful if I had another motor sitting here, but I don't. Since getting the correct parts would push me past my deadline, I'm going to have to repair the damaged parts that I have on hand. So what I'm going to do is try an old method to see if I can fix the valve seat and get the engine back in the bike. But if I can't, we are on cold. I'm gonna try that. So what I'm going to try to do is use an abrasive compound on the valve with a suction cup on a stick, otherwise known as a lapper, to hopefully grind off some of the surface pitting and corrosion.
Some ancient technology here. Actually, can you stand it up and balance it for me? Oh, there you go, right there.
It should take less than a minute, and if I do it right, the seal will be airtight when I'm done. But if I can't get the seal to hold, I'm gonna have a lot more work to do and not much time to do it in.
Puppy, let's take a look at it. Oh, a lot better than it did look. All right, let's pop this back in, see if it holds the seal. Junky old motor, I think that might fly.
Valves are sealing really well.
So right now, what I'm about to do is put it all back together, do some sliding around the parking lot, throw it in bed, pickup truck, and head north.
Coming up on Fast and Loud, Aaron's surprise proposal stops Richard in his tracks.
I'd love to have it.
But the Harley doesn't want to start. Besides motorcycles, what type of vehicle did Harley Davidson make in the mid-70s? Was it A, cars, B, planes, C, buses, or was it D, snowmobiles? Besides motorcycles, what type of vehicle did Harley Davidson make in the mid-70s? The answer is D. From 1971 to 75, Harley Davidson made a line of snowmobiles, which today have become highly sought-after collector's items.
Oh, crap.
So how's this thing going?
Going pretty good. I had the whole thing together, and then tore the motor down. I'm just trying to pry loose 30, 40 years of sitting.
So Aaron told me this build was going to be a cakewalk, and we'd be hanging out at the New Jersey shore by now. But with the pile of parts in front of him, I'd say that Aaron doesn't know a whole lot about cake.
Is that going to put us in too deep? I mean, the thing's not worth the whole lot anyways, is it?
Yeah, no, the cool thing is the parts are fairly cheap for it, but it took a lot of them, and then on top of that, it's not worth much, so labor tends to stack up on it. And even though the parts don't cost much, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of them. It's probably worth more fun than it is money.
Well, I need to find somebody that wants to have some fun with it then, because...
Oh, I know a guy.
Who's that?
This old Harley really is a cultural touchstone, and the more time I spend with it, I'm really digging it. I don't think I want to let this one go.
Man, tell you the truth, for not being worth a whole lot, I'd love to have it.
You know, I don't care. Wherever I get profit, I get profit. So I can take it from you or them guys or anybody.
Well, no, I was to say, with me, you kind of stand a chance of breaking out. The other guys, you stand to lose some money. I don't know if we can't move it, say, I'll take it off your hands.
Whoa, whoa. Plan A was to go out and build a Harley and win a race, get some respect for the old machine, and then sell it for a tidy profit. Unloading it on Beard Boy? That's not a bad plan B.
All right, we'll finish it up. Let's see where we're at on the total, and...
We'll see if we can get fired up. I'm sure it'll fire up. It's just how much we got to do.
Yeah, if it'll run good.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll see what the total looks like when you're done.
Chuck, you almost done mounting the kill switch for the mag? I want to get the cylinder heads on.
Yep, just finishing up.
So we're closing in on the race in New Jersey really, really quickly. So right now, I just need to tie up a few last things on my list before I can get it off the lift and try and get it fired up.
Basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm wiring the mag. It's just a kill switch. This Harley needs to have parts that were appropriate for the 1940, but it also needs to be light enough for the race, so Aaron decided to remove the battery.
We done did away with it and stuff.
So basically what I'm doing is I'm running a line to the magneto, which is basically a little generator with magnets that provides spark for the engine. It's simple, reliable, and it weighs a lot less than a big battery. And hopefully we can get this thing running sometime this afternoon. We really need it to be running. Deadlines are real.
All right, let's get this first cylinder on.
All right.
So last night, Charles and I worked pretty late. We got it all back together, fixing to drop the cylinders back on. We had a major valve issue, got it sorted out, got it cleaned up. Valves are sealing really well. The cylinders completely put back together.
I like that. I like that, man.
So everything looks great. Appearance-wise, I think mechanically, I think it's gonna run great. I think it may make a little noise, but I think it's gonna run fine.
Let's go kick it around the parking lot a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go kick it around a little bit.
My list today is awful short, so if in the next few hours we can get this thing to talk to us, that'd be great.
Ready? Yeah.
Well, we're coming in the final day of working on the 37 panel van. We're out of time. We still got to run all the wiring, get the wheels and tires on it, and then go through a systems check. So we have a lot of work to do. This is the last day. There's gonna be a lot of pressure today. Everybody's pretty fired up about it, but we got a lot to get done. So that's what we're dealing with. Set it, and then we'll just raise one side at a time. It's good. It's all right. Woo. Yeah.
Done. I wish it was that easy.
So sometimes you can't even see the end vision of these vehicles, and as they come together, you even kind of have to step back and go, wow, we did that in such a short amount of time. You know, you're pretty impressed with what the whole crew does. So really excited about this thing. Today we need to wrap it up, and I think we can ultimately get that done.
Let's roll, we see. Huh? You gotta suck it up, man. Suck it up.
Is that it? Is that good?
Let's roll, we see.
Okay, man.
What are they? Mm-hmm.
All right, let's guess we can get it on the ground. It's a little easier to go through the next process. The little bike that I've got, the 1942 45-inch WLA, is ready to go. Really, the only thing left to do is fire it up, tune it a bit, and then we're headed out tonight to the sparkling ocean waters of South Jersey. I don't have the time to do all the things that I'd like to do. In the future, would really like to make it much, much more of a hot rod, do some intake manifold, carburetor modifications, but with a short amount of time, I'm gonna be happy if it runs. You know, as far as taking a break from working on cars, I absolutely adore working on motorcycles. I really, really do.
Chokes on, let's turn the fuel on.
I do. I adore motorcycles. I love working on them. So taking a break from the cars is definitely a welcome opportunity. Holy. After a lengthy attempt to get the bike running, I realized that I have a very large leak in the engine's intake, which is something I wasn't expecting. The intake leak is happening behind the carburetor, preventing it from pulling the proper amount of fuel into the engine, and that's why I'm having such a difficult time starting it up. It's not really a horrible problem, but it is time-consuming to correct. But I don't have the parts, and even if I did have the parts, at this point, I don't have the time to get it fixed and make it to New Jersey for the race. One thing's for sure, once I'm able to get my hands on the parts, I'm gonna find a way to ride this bike on the beach come hell or high water.
Coming up on Fast and Loud. Wow! Aaron finally gets to race on the beach. But will Richard go home empty-handed?
Now what am I supposed to do with it? I don't even have a buyer for it. Hell yeah! Whoa!
What's this?
So, Discovery sent us a prop from their new show. It's Harley and the Davidsons. I think they felt bad because Aaron doesn't have a bike to take to the race.
Oh, yeah?
No, not really. Newsflash, Discovery Channel is getting out of the reality TV business. And I know what you're thinking. It sucks for Gas Monkey, but we flip cars. That's how we make money. Now, just kidding. What's really happening? New miniseries premiering tonight about Harley Davidson and when it all began as a business. And they sent us over one of their prop bikes.
Nope. So does that mean it runs? Or has
I would
run?
assume so.
Or is capable of running? Everyone bet it does.
Once you jump in there, we can send you back.
Trying to get rid of me?
We'll just trade for you. Oh, come on now. This runs better than your bike, Aaron. All right, I know you're really bummed out about missing the race in New Jersey.
Yeah, well.
So I've got a little surprise for you now that you got the engine problem sorted out.
Yeah?
All right, man, this is it. So, well, it's not it, is it? It's not the race, gentlemen, but we got a beach, ready to run.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey. What y'all doing?
Well, fixing to find out how fast or slow this little scooter is.
And you're here just in time. I need you to go down there and mark out 660 feet, 8th mile, and draw a line in the sand with a stick.
Oh, man, I'm on vacation.
You dress like that on vacation?
Nah, I guess I am here to do a job.
660 feet, my man. I'll get the starting line going.
$173, $174, $175.
Not this again.
$186, $187. Close enough.
Wow! Hell yeah! Here we go, guys and gals. A 1942 Harley-Davidson WLA. Now, this wasn't the fastest bike on the planet back then, but it was awful cool, and it became kind of the staple for Harley-Davidson for quite a number of years afterwards.
These little bikes, they were hardy, they were trustworthy, they were pretty easy to repair, pretty cheap to maintain, which made them an excellent choice for the front and at home.
We poked around the garage of Aaron's dad, Aaron Mathers, and we found this old Harley. He was ready to sell it, and Aaron wanted to go to the race of gentlemen, so that's what it's all about. Getting it back on the beach, having some fun.
That being said, the little bike needed some love, and I thought this could be the one that carried it down the beach. So we brought it home, and as it turns out, it needed quite a bit more. But there was one thing in mind. We need to make it lighter, and we need to make it tougher.
So being that a bike is, that size and really can only use one, maybe two guys working on it at a time, I've got a lot of other monkeys sitting around with nothing to do, and I figured, well, we're gonna have to have a little transport action for this WLA Harley-Davidson. So we scooped up this 37 panel wagon with the idea that it would be our Harley-Davidson hauler.
The real benefit of this one was that they already had a motor and transmission that didn't need to be replaced. The worst problem was the offense done to the body. That someone put windows in it, but they didn't get windows that fit the panels. They just kind of cut them in just randomly. And so that really wasn't gonna work for me. The other obvious thing was the entire truck was primered, and primer's not a paint. It's definitely not a paint job.
My paint's too good.
Part of the idea was I wanted something that was kind of indicative of what we might have had as a shop truck, and it had a hard 10 years, a hard 12 years or so. That's the reason for the fauxing, the patina, so I wanted to have a beat-down old shop truck.
A panel van would typically be your shop vehicle, so obviously you want to put the big gas monkey on the side of it, let everyone know who you are. But, you know, it's also still just a panel van, so you can't dump a whole bunch of money into it because, let's be honest, there's not any $100,000 panel vans out there, or not very many.
When it came to putting interior in our 37-panel delivery, we got with LeBaron and Bonnie, and we actually got some appropriate late 30s, early 40s material, the headliner, the carpet, and the seat material, so everything appeared as appropriate as we could make it. With 2 weeks to build the little Harley, I thought we could move through it pretty quickly, and I couldn't have been more wrong. From the word go, from the teardown, we realized that there were going to be some issues, but we checked them off one by one. It's cute, huh? The biggest being the motor and transmission. I didn't expect it, but the frame needed to be painted. Of course, wheels and tires needed an update, and then a new seat and handlebars all along the way, trying to strip weight off the bike. But one thing I kind of hadn't planned on was having major problems inside of the motor. I really just kind of thought this might be like a lot of our cars that really just need some attention, would fire back up. I was sadly very mistaken. For countless hours, and I do mean countless hours of kicking and trying to get this thing started, we ran out of time. We had to call it off. It was not going to make it. Well, there's always next year.
I'm really not sure if I'm going to make money on the bike, and or the panel van for that matter. And we did miss our date up in New Jersey, and, well, that just kind of sucks. But we got done, and here we are.
While it wasn't the Jersey Shore, one thing that we know for sure is this pair is a fun pair to ride or drive. It works both ways, and they're a lot of fun.
Whoa! I had you at 12 and a half.
Right on. Not bad. For a junky old scooter, because I think it can go a lot quicker, but it definitely ain't gonna do it today.
Now what am I supposed to do with it? I don't even have a buyer for it.
Yeah, I'll make you an offer. I'll take it off your plate, you know.
Why do I feel like I'm getting suckered? This was chancy at $9 grand anyways, so what are you gonna give me, like 14?
Let's go 10.
Man.
You made $1,000.
I didn't make $1,000. I had parts, and then I got labor bills.
He's trying to cut the loss of income.
Well, I'm gonna make money on this.
You know, I'd be willing to bet that one makes money.
Yeah, that one's definitely gonna make money.
All right, cool. So you give me 10 for it?
Yeah.
No matter what's wrong with it, you own it.
All right, done deal.
You can have that for 10, but y'all got to get it home. I'm gonna go have some fun. Didn't rent this beast for no reason.
Boy, it's gonna be a long push, man.
Hey, don't forget, it doesn't float.
So what do they call the beach in New Jersey? The Jersey Shore. And I don't think anybody wants to go there.
Now on Fast and Loud.
My heart is racing.
Hot rod hunter Richard Rawlings and master mechanic Aaron Kaufman go where no car guy has gone before.
Whoa!
When Richard gets his paws on a 72 Pantera.
Pretty clean. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna be pissed off.
And Aaron tries to swap its big V8.
That's so awesome to pull the motor out of the wrong end of the car.
With a little V6 from a pickup truck.
Twin turbo V6.
All right, let's do it. You gotta do it now.
Then Richard brings back a blast from the past.
What is this?
And connects with a car building legend.
Chip Foose just walked in here.
And the weirdest test drive ever opens the door to a trade.
Oh, you have to make a deal.
But the plan for a super swap might just run out of gas.
I think the warranty is up on it.
But when Pantera claws turn into flaws,
This sucks.
Aaron's most ambitious build ever hits the wall.
One more battle that we're having to fight.
Sending Richard right through the roof.
If I have to replace the whole roof, that's gonna suck. Our new hobby?
I thought it did pretty good.
Have we seen enough? This really sucks, dude. We're in San Diego for, what, 4 hours?
Nothing in San Diego sucks.
No, only getting to be here for 4 hours.
Sure, but it's better than not being in San Diego for 4 hours.
While Aaron's mind might be California dreaming, I'm thinking ahead to the Big Bear at Jackson coming up. It's the new one on the East Coast, and it's gonna get a lot of eyeballs on it. So I've got my eye open for the right car to build, take to the auction, and make a big splash and a ton of cash. I'm hoping this is the one. This is a 72 Pantera. What caught my eye on it is that it was white with white wheels.
That's pretty cool. It's kind of a Miami Vice feel to it.
You just don't see very many white cars.
I don't think that I've ever seen a white Pantera.
Looks like that under the cover. This one actually found me. The lady who had it sent me some pictures, and her husband owned the Pantera for a really long time, and he's since passed away, and it's time for her to sell her husband's old car. Hey, Sandy. We spoke on the phone. I'm Richard Rawlings.
Yes. Hi, gentlemen. I'm Sandy. I am Sandy Saska. I am the owner of the 1972 Ford Pantera. Since 1975, since we've lived in this house, I've been never able to park any of my cars in the garage.
Very cool.
So I thought, what great opportunity to get the car sold. I'd be able to park my car in the garage.
You know how many owners it had before you guys? Or?
I think just one before.
Killer. Really nice car. So did you guys drive it, a whole lot or just every once in a while?
We take it out on the weekends, a couple times during the week.
Little what we call whiskey dent in Texas.
Yeah, something happened there.
One of the coolest things about the Pantera is it's something that's kind of missing from the Ford lineup is when they didn't have a supercar. So when these cars were built, and this one in '72, this was an exciting car. It still is.
If you wanted to buy a supercar in the early 70s, but you didn't want to break the bank, you couldn't do better than a De Tomaso Pantera. It had a lot of standard features that were just options on the Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and powered it all with a 5.8-liter Ford 351. And that meant you couldn't just afford the car, you could also afford the mechanic. Killer. They're not super hard to find, but people tend to hold on to them. It's a lot of cool and a lot of hot rod for the money. They're neat cars, and we've had a lot of them float through the shop. I don't know, probably a dozen. And for whatever reasons, things just never got lined up right to hot rod a Pantera. This one could change all that. It looks like it's in great shape. Well, you think it'll start?
Yes, let's start this up.
With some ease, too.
You take it for a ride?
Absolutely.
Jump in, Aaron. Let's go around the block. We're back in a little while.
All righty.
Maybe.
Enjoy.
My heart is racing.
Feels tight. Yeah. It's not all rattly.
It feels good. It sounds good. I think this definitely runs a little better than the last few we've had.
I think it runs better than anyone we've had. The tires are definitely old. Because that thing...
Damn good little car.
It is, man.
I've always loved Panteras, not because of what they are, but what they could be. So every time we buy one, I always think maybe it's the time we build one. A dozen or so Panteras later, the time is now. We need to hot rod this one.
I gotta agree with Aaron. This Pantera could be built into a car that bidders just go crazy for at Barrett-Jackson. Plus, starting with a solid car, the build should go that much faster. You just have to get it at the right price. Super cool. If we get this thing under 30 grand, golden. All right, under 30, under 30.
We started the negotiations for the car. Naturally, I had my price in mind.
What do you want for it?
Let's start at 37.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. She started at 37 grand, which is on the high end of what this car might be worth if a few things were fixed. I'm thinking more like 25 grand.
Richard came back down with a very low 25,000. No, let's do a little bit better than that, please.
I've had a lot of these cars, so 27.5.
The garage space is important to me, but I think we can do a little bit better than that, please.
If I step up much more than that, it'll be the most I've ever paid for a stock one. But she wanted her garage space. She wanted to be able to park in the garage for the first time since 1975. I'll throw another grand at it because then when I pay the money to get it to Dallas, I'll be in it at 30 grand, which is pushing the envelope for these cars. So 28.5.
That sounds fabulous.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I get a Pantera and you get garage space.
I certainly do. This is exciting.
That's a decent deal for Gas Monkey. I didn't exactly, run off with the best deal in the world, but get it back to Dallas and see what we can turn it into. Aaron will have a couple of weeks to figure out his plan before it gets back, and then Barrett-Jackson, here we come. And we got our cars coming in, right?
Yes.
That's starting to be a problem. So we just got back from sunny San Diego in time for some lovely Dallas weather, and Christy's giving me a rundown on everything that's been going on since I've been gone, and I just noticed a wet spot on my $250,000 Ford GT.
Vroom, vroom.
It drips like that every time it rains.
I can't have that.
Looks like we got a roof leak. We're gonna have to get somebody out here to take a look at the roof. Look, owning a garage comes with expenses. That's just the way it is. But a roof repair, that's one of the things that I dread the most, because when you're building a business plan and you're, buying buildings and you're trying to expand your business, the last thing you want to think about is a very expensive roof replacement. If I have to replace the whole roof, that's gonna suck. That's gonna be huge. This is a big-ass place.
Okay. Do you have a company that you want me to call? Do you know somebody?
Just I think the guys that help us with the floors own a roofing company. Call them. I think it's Cinemark or something like that. God dang it, man, that's my $500,000 GT.
Do you want me to have the boys move it?
No, I want my roof fixed. I don't think that it has as much power as it does old tires.
Pretty clean, though.
It is pretty rad. Me and Aaron went down and got this in San Diego a few weeks back, but I just drug it off the truck. Supposedly this guy was a Pantera fanatic, and this one he kept the longest.
The car looks like it's always been maintained. Doesn't look like it's ever been blown apart for decades on end.
And it drives way better than any Pantera I've ever owned. Barrett Jackson's having a new auction up on the East Coast. Now, they're already a primo auction house, but this is the first time they've done it up there, and it's liable to attract some pretty high-end buyers. All I gotta do now is find a car that's cool enough to get in a bidding war, and boom, Gas Monkey gets paid.
What year is this thing?
72.
It's almost as old as I am. I think it weathered a little better than me, though.
So the timing is right to put some Gas Monkey shine on our 72 Pantera. Done right, this would draw a bunch of buyers with huge money.
Body's pretty good on it, dude.
Yeah. This one right here, I think is a great car as a whole.
The doors fit good. All that stuff still fits and opens and shuts nice. That's
yeah, no, it's a good little car.
I'm kind of down for building something pretty crazy, but we'd have to step up the game a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, I think you need to tip the scales in the unique department. We know what V8s can do. Hell, if we put a Coyote with a blower on it, we make 800 horsepower in the car. So there's nothing new about that.
Yeah.
But I think putting a 600 horse six-cylinder in this thing would be a different story. Putting an EcoBoost in here and maybe getting this thing to the auction block might be interesting.
Whoa. An EcoBoost? I mean, that's a six-cylinder. No, the bidders aren't going to bid on a six-cylinder. Nobody puts big money into a six.
Well, that's where you're wrong. It's lighter than a V8. It packs plenty of horsepower. And Ford thought so much of their twin-turbo EcoBoost, they're putting it in their 2017 GT. I think that it'll hit the holy crap factor. And anyone who says, it's a V6, I would say bring your Pantera, bring your car, and let's see which one's faster.
It'd be interesting to see what people think. Changing the Pantera over to V6. I mean, you're either going to love it or you're going to be pissed off.
That's 100% what the reaction I'm after.
Here's the plan for the 72 Pantera.
The body's in good shape. We just got to knock off some of the 72 to help clean up the look. And then we're going to tighten up the suspension with RideTech coilovers. And then we're going to bring this car into the 21st century with a set of custom wheels from Rotiform.
You rarely see white Panteras, so that's a good enough reason for sticking with white. But for this one's second chapter on life, we're going to have Coy update it to a little bit more professional white.
The Monster change is swapping out the V8 for the lighter, smaller EcoBoost V6. The EcoBoost already makes almost 400 horsepower, but by changing the turbos and a few other tweaks, we're hoping to coax out nearly 600.
I'm expecting big things with this Pantera, so I'm giving it a healthy budget of $75 grand and 6 weeks to get it done. That'll leave me with a couple of weeks to show it off before loading it on a truck and heading to Barrett Jackson.
You know what? The car we're starting off with is nice enough you'll be making grocery runs in it before we even have to load it on the truck.
You think so?
I think so.
Maybe I should start a list. Beer.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is unique enough, weird enough, and timed appropriately enough to really fetch some good cash.
Who am I to argue with 6 really smart guys? Get after it.
Wow. That's the smartest thing he's ever said.
Yeah. It's 6, right?
Well, let's get it inside. There's a lot of stuff here we don't need.
Auction's in 8 weeks. Get it done.
I feel pretty confident that we can get done in 6 weeks or less. On top of that, I do think it'll break 6 figures.
Coming up on Fast and Loud, Richard's latest find has the monkeys scratching their heads.
Wow, what is this?
And the Pantera's already got Aaron stumped.
Does anyone have any idea? If y'all are ready, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna get my toolbox.
I think this is one of the best cars we've had in to build. And so I'm pretty happy we're gonna get into it. The one thing I don't know about Panteras, I don't know if the engine comes out the top or if it comes out the bottom. Does anyone have any idea?
I have no idea.
Does anyone have a book?
Rack it and find out. So we get this lid off here.
So we've had a bunch of junky Panteras, and the more we've had, the more my curiosity grew. You know what I can do with one of these?
Wow. God, these wheels don't weigh anything, man.
This 72 is in fine shape. It's a good, solid platform to start with, and so this is the time to find out if curiosity can kill this cat.
Hey, look, it comes with tools.
I've always had a soft spot for these things.
There she is.
Mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, and not to mention 1972. This is pretty freaking wild.
Hey.
The EcoBoost swap into the Pantera has never been done before. How difficult will it be? Well, I don't know yet, because to build something truly unique, you have to blaze new trails, and sometimes that means answering questions that haven't been asked yet. We've got a big jigsaw puzzle, and one big problem is we don't have an EcoBoost here.
Muscle on the table off?
John and I were looking around, and they kind of seem available, but not really sure. Possibility we may have to yank one out of a pickup to get the twin-turbo 3.5.
Oh, and they just hit you flush. You really need to go back to painting.
Bedtime, dude.
The 3.5-liter EcoBoost will be lighter, which means the car could be faster, which means it's going to turn harder, stop harder. Pretty cool.
Mike? Hey, would you give me a 9/16 wrench out of the top drawer? Really, Mike?
Holy crap, that's a lot of wrenches. Ooh!
This didn't take long.
Getting the motor out might be a little interesting.
Yeah, looks like it. So I've been doing some digging around. Found a guy that has one for sale, and he's willing to come down to the shop and let us take a look at it at least.
If he'll come by today, tell him get in the truck and head on.
All right, I'll call him right now.
Thanks. The good news is John found a 3.5 EcoBoost motor. The bad news is that it's in a 2013 long bed F-150. But if that's the quickest way to get our paws on it and start modifying it, well, then so be it.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get this out of here without something up.
I wouldn't mind throwing a strap on the back to balance it.
You like it?
That's so awesome to pull the motor out of the wrong end of the car.
Check it out. While I was cruising the old interwebs looking for a Pantera to build, I found this custom one down in Florida. Now, it might not look like a Pantera right now, but it started out as one, a pretty famous one at that.
What is this?
It may be crazy looking by today's standards, but here's what got my attention. This car was customized by a legendary hot rod builder, Sam Foose. Sam Foose is one of the granddaddies of the hot rod world. He started tinkering around cars after World War II and pretty much defined what made a hot rod a hot rod. But it turns out his greatest creation was his son, Chip, who became a famous car designer in his own right, building cars for movies like Gone in 60 Seconds and hosting one of the first TV hot rod shows. Hey, you know how popular those can be. Car's never been changed from the way it was built, and it would just kind of never got seen again. Looking at it today, you'd never know that the car Sam started out with was a Rex Pantera. Hell, it was just balled up. Dude, don't do that. They work for reals. Check it out. They're a little slow, but they come up. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Shut the front door.
Man, they were doing some strange stuff in the 70s. You know, I called Chip to verify it before I bought it, and he's like, yeah, that's the car. He couldn't believe I found the car, and he was really interested.
As much as I don't understand it, in 75, this would have blown my mind.
It's all stocky, stock Pantera under here. Just...
Yeah, looks like a Pantera.
I gave $49.5 for it. You don't find many show car survivors with those kind of names attached to them that haven't been sold, 20 times.
I like it. I don't know what to think about it, but I like it.
I'll have Mater park it inside. I have a feeling Chip Foose might want to make an offer on it.
Here we go again, dude.
Lots of stripping.
Yeah.
Man, it shouldn't be bad. This one's in better shape than any of the others.
Hey. What? Donor truck for the EcoBoost should be coming in right about now. You want to take a little break so we can see the look on Richard's face?
How you doing, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Aaron.
I'm JR. I'm from Turl, Texas. And I'm Perry Stovall, and I'm from Terrell, Texas. That's the EcoBoost you ordered.
Yeah.
Jonathan calls me up. He says, we want that truck. Can you bring it to us? So here I am.
I'll tell you, I've never even driven an EcoBoost truck. What did you think about it? Was it quick enough? Or?
Yeah, it's got plenty of power.
Yeah, I tell you the truth, I didn't know a lot about it, and I decided to kind of do this swap, and I was doing some research on it, and I'm pretty impressed.
Man, I tell you what, he got a wild idea. He's talking about putting twin turbos on it, bigger turbos. I sure hope it works for him.
Not only is this the quickest way to get my hands on an EcoBoost, but this one comes road tested. I know it runs. It's been running for 130,000 miles. Now, ultimately, we're going to go through the motor. We're going to add modified turbos and a few other things to increase the horsepower.
What's up, guys?
Oh, this is Perry and Junior.
Right on. What is this?
Well, this is a pickup truck, sir. Fine American automobile. It's a twin turbo EcoBoost V6 3.5.
How many miles are on it?
133.
Is that good? Bad for one of these motors? What?
It's absolutely just fine.
The whole thing just feels wrong. I mean, starting with a 6-cylinder instead of an 8, you know, and then getting that motor out of an old pickup truck. But Aaron says with, you know, some doodads and some turbos and this and that, he can get it all the way up to 600+ horsepower, even though he hasn't done it before. And this is really what you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly what I want to do.
You've come up with some crazy stuff before, but this not top the list.
Oh, this isn't too weird.
It's pretty weird. All right, so how much is it?
It's 10.3.
I don't know. Aaron, is that a good price, bad price?
To be honest, he's in the money there.
How much more room can you move on it?
Well, I've already moved about $800 on it.
Well, that's your $800. Let's talk about my $800.
No, that's a good price on it, Richard.
Can you go $9,500?
No, sir. I'll do 10,000 and I'm done. That's an extremely good buy.
All right.
Let's do it.
No, you got to do it now. That's what you got to do.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go get you some money, sir.
All right.
Come on in.
Well, I'm excited. This motor's absolutely disgusting, but it runs great. I can't wait to get it out and start prepping it for its new home.
Aaron, you got yourself a long bed pickup truck.
All right.
All right, guys.
Best cab, extra bed.
And as soon as Mike and Kiki get the car stripped, we'll move right into fitting the EcoBoost into the Pantera right on schedule.
This car has had a couple paint jobs, so Kiki and I have our hands full with sanding it down to bare metal. And we're feeling pretty good because for once, there shouldn't be a ton of bodywork ahead to slow us down. This car's got way too tight of a deadline for that.
That sucks. This was a no-driving son of a bitch. This sucks. Oh, yeah.
Dude, this quarter is trashed.
This thing is covered head to toe in Bondo. There's dents every inch of this car. This is a bad situation for me and Keenan. We're screwed.
Coming up on Fast and Loud.
Golly!
The Pantera's flaws are revealed.
The car has been hit about 406 times.
Yeah!
And Richard takes a living legend on the test drive of a lifetime.
We're still rolling.
Oh!
Hi. So, as the story goes, we get the car stripped down. What we were told was a great car, low mileage car. Well, it's a piece of crap.
For what it was.
Yeah, we got it cleaned up, but it's not all we hoped for.
That's what I was afraid of. Coy and the crew here have stripped the car down, and what we're doing is making preparations to actually do our first test fit.
Golly, it's gone.
Yep, there's rust, and worse. This one's gone too. The car has been hit what appears to be about 406 times. And every time they hit it, they would simply drill a hole in the side of it, run a screw in it, and yank it back out with a slide hammer. One of the most barbaric methods of doing it, but nevertheless, they have done it. And so we're gonna have to cut all these, basically every corner off the car.
Golly. You're not kidding. It's like every time he left the house, he hit something.
Sure did. We may have to do a little bit of triage on this. Get the ones that are the worst the first, and I'll make decisions on the other ones later, okay? Richard's auction deadline isn't going to wait for rust repair.
So I'm putting our fabrication guy, Webster, and every other available mechanic within reach on sheet metal duty. Well, we'll fix it all, but the collateral damage will be to my schedule. I may have to sacrifice some of the custom work that I pitched to Richard.
There's just so much work to be done. We don't have time. We're running out of time quickly, and there's still a lot to be done.
Again, we're foobarred.
I hired Cinemark to fix my roof for $250 grand. So that Pantera Aaron's building better be finished on time and on budget because I can't resell a used roof. Whoa. Woo! So what's the dealio?
The car's a bit rustier than we imagined. There's a couple of problems. One being it's more rusty than we imagined. The rear quarter, the rocker on the front and the back behind the door, and what it looks like on this side, it's the same on the other side. Just rust repair, rust repair, rust repair. It's nothing we can't handle. It's just gonna be one more battle that we're having to fight. So it's that much longer before we can start hot rodding it because we gotta fix all the problems.
What's this doing to our time frame? Are we losing like a couple of days or 5 days?
Well, it depends on how long it takes us to do rust repair. But you know, I mean, that's the difference. You know, when we get cars that we don't have to have this, we would already be working on custom sheet metal for the front end, custom sheet metal on the deck lid. And so whenever we have to do more repair, that's less custom.
Less custom is not the news I wanted to hear. I mean, Aaron's all hopped up about getting this motor up to 600 horsepower and things like that. But the custom work is what people are going to see when it starts rolling across the auction block at Barrett-Jackson. He hasn't even started the motor yet. It's starting to make me a little queasy.
Right now, it's just we're going to try and just get the car looking right and getting the corner marker shaved, and we may have to back out of some things here and there.
Still got to make money, and rust repair costs money because it costs time, and time is money.
Well, at this point, I'd say our options are nigh.
Well, rust repair it is. I'm going to go do what I do.
All day.
I'm thinking I shave it like yours on the sides.
I think that's a terrible idea.
Why?
Because you got a big peanut head.
But it's all gray. Holy cow, what are you doing here?
Heard you had my dad's car.
Chip Foose just walked in here. Christy?
How are you?
I'm Christy.
So I look up, and there's a living legend. I mean, Chip Foose, his dad, Sam Foose. I mean, these guys were car customizers forever. So to have him walking in my office is pretty damn cool.
How are you?
Holy cow. So you really just jumped a plane and came down?
Yeah, is it here?
Yeah, it's
I
right
haven't
here.
seen this car since 1975.
Did you bring some money?
Maybe.
As far as I'm concerned, the reason I'm sitting here talking to you is because a long time ago on Overhauling, Chip gave me and Aaron a shot. We were on the show a few times, and he's the reason I'm here. And it turns out that Chip found out I have his dad's car. I guess everybody just lost track of it. Well, I found it in Florida, and I bought it.
Oh, wow.
So your dad built this when?
1975, he finished it.
And it's 72 Pantera, right?
Yes. Oh, that is so cool. That's still the original tires that were on it.
Really?
Richard said that he had bought this car and heard that my father had built it. I told him yes, exactly the way he finished it. I told him if he's gonna sell it, I wanna own it. I'm here today so we can make this happen. Diakosa is what the name was.
Uh-huh.
The original owner, he was Greek, and Diakosa in Greek is 200. That's why it says Diakosa 200. My father built the Diakosa in 1975.
Look at that, dude.
My father's my hero. I want to own anything that my father did.
Check it out, dude.
And my goal is to buy this car from Richard. I want to actually clean it up and give it back to my dad because I'll get it back from him one day.
Dude, we could go for a ride, but it's raining.
You said it's for sale, right?
Yeah, but I always like to take people for a test drive first. Gotta go for a test drive, but it's Texas and it's crappy weather right now and it's raining, so had a good idea. I've got a drive simulator next door in my new building.
All right.
I'm serious, you know, like when you golf, kick through the gears and freaking rip it. Whoa! Come on, floor it, quit being a sissy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
So this is the way you do it here at Gas Monkey, huh?
Yep. Woo! Well, is that good enough? You like it?
I like it. It feels like we're actually driving. Woo! So if you want to work this deal, you want cash or you want one of my cars?
I like cash, but I like your cars.
Get out of the road, Grandma.
Chip foods. Richard, hold on, guys.
Oh, give it a good side.
Why don't you come out and look at what I've got?
All right. Park this thing.
You can bring this with you?
Yeah, I'll bring it.
We're still rolling.
Oh, I forgot. You tell us when we stop.
That is good. That looks great.
You want to go up, or you happy?
Yep.
All right.
John and Aaron found a truck about 130,000 miles with the motor that we need for the Pantera. It's got a good service record on the truck. It's exactly what we needed.
One power plant.
Bingo.
The EcoBoost is turbo equipped, but I've got plans to upgrade these little hair dryers.
Look how little that is.
They're tiny. Before we can get to fitting the motor into the Pantera, we'll have to mate it to the car's original ZF transmission. The Pantera came originally equipped with a ZF box, and keeping it will save us tens of thousands of dollars.
Let's make magic.
But being that this is the first time an EcoBoost is going in a Pantera, mating the motor to the transmission will require a first-of-its-kind solution.
Got yours started? Yeah. And so QuickTime did us a favor and built us a bell housing. This is the only one on the planet that connects a 3.5 EcoBoost to a ZF box. Hey, that worked out all right.
Not bad.
I don't expect any success. Barely. I don't think this will go deep enough into the car.
Don't bring it down any right now.
Well, it's a good thing this thing's dented already.
Whoa, stop. Even though the EcoBoost is smaller and lighter than the original V8, it has a whole different footprint, so it's still going to be a tight fit.
Hey, what the hell's going on? We had 2 more cylinders when we pulled it out.
Yay.
They say there's a first time for everything. Well, this is the first time you've ever seen an EcoBoost in a Pantera.
Coming up on Fast and Loud.
Motor's weird.
Aaron sounding a bit disoriented.
The motor? Well,
It's cutting out a little, huh?
And Chip's surprise for his dad flames out.
I think the warranty's up on it.
Which feature was not included as standard equipment on a brand new De Tomaso Pantera? Was it A, air conditioning, B, power windows, C, door locks, or was it D, AM/FM radio? Which following feature was not included as standard equipment on a brand new De Tomaso Pantera? The answer is D. Although an empty slot was left for one, an AM/FM radio was not standard equipment on new De Tomaso Panteras.
man, that's crazy. Can't wait to get some hair dryers in there. Especially the little intake sitting right there, throttle away. Made us step forward.
Richard's planning on taking the Pantera to Barrett-Jackson. We've already lost a ton of time doing rust repair, and now the car's tied up on the mechanic's side while Kiki and Coy sit around an empty paint shop. And as we all know, that's a recipe for disaster.
Think the thing's big enough?
What's big enough?
His head.
What are you idiots doing? This is our new hobby?
I thought they did pretty good.
Yeah, well, I don't have chest hair.
You don't have nipples either.
Yeah, Kiki's right. My head's not big enough.
Like I said, a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's much taller than I expected.
But the car isn't leaving our side anytime soon. Even though the motor is in, the remaining space isn't exactly what I hoped for.
Now, I'll tell you this, though, where I thought I was gonna be able to land the turbos, I'm not gonna be able to land them right there. Either gonna have to come high or push them further back. Honestly, I'd rather push them further back.
The problem I'm facing is the motor was designed to have the firewall behind it and not in front of it. If I use the original intake and throttle body, they'll protrude through the firewall and take up more space than the original V8 in the car. The only way to fix this is to fabricate a new intake manifold from scratch and preserve our firewall.
We don't have the real estate.
Yeah, exactly.
Kiki and I have already done all the work we can on the Pantera's hood, door, and deck lid. And as much as Aaron wants to keep the car to build the headers and whatever on his side, I can't wait anymore. So all I can do is plead my case to Aaron. I don't know how you feel about it, but if you want, we can throw it on the cart. We can start doing body work. We don't really have to have the motor out.
Sounds like a deal.
All right, cool. They're finished now. So we're taking it to paint with the motor still in it.
Jack moves.
All right. If Richard would buy better cars, I wouldn't have to do this. He just failed miserably. It's all bad, but what are you gonna do? Time's ticking, and we're pretty far behind. So I think by the time it's all said and done, they might have 1 week to get this car back together. But we got to get our part done, too.
Coy's gonna need extra time to push this job through paint. And I have a lot of work ahead of me with this engine.
Come on, come on.
But right now, I've got to bounce out to California and go visit a legend in the hot rodding world. So that kind of makes this the perfect time to let Kiki and Coy work their magic.
I'm Chip Foose, Foose Design here in Huntington Beach. This is my shop. Well, I went down to Gas Monkey Garage and I took a look at my dad's Pantera that he had customized and let Richard know that I really wanted it. 1975, he finished it. He wasn't sure whether he wanted to maybe trade me something or get some cash for the car, so he's bringing the car here to Southern California. Hopefully today, that Pantera will be mine. Today will be the first time my father's seen the car since it left his shop.
I don't think they saw us pull it off the trailer. This should knock his socks off.
They're here.
Where in the hell did you find this?
Well, sir, I found it down in Florida. How you been? Long time no see.
Really? When I walked out and first time I seen the car in 40 years, could not believe how good it looked. Either I did a hell of a good job on it, the guy took really good care of it.
You know, you think about everything else on the road, you passing by in this, and they, oh my God.
It's a rocket ship then.
Yeah.
You know, I think the thing really went over everybody's head. They didn't understand the concept, you know? So how's it run?
It's here. Y'all find out.
I think my dad is in shock that the car is in such great shape and can't wait to drive it with him.
Chip threw the old man in there and went for a joyride.
Burns rubber.
Yep.
Oh, that test drive was absolutely awesome. Whoops, excuse me. It's cutting out a little, huh?
I wonder if it's out of gas.
Oh, it's out of gas?
Yeah, we're out of gas or something.
I think the warranty is up on it.
Yep. All right. How's that for a test drive?
Oh, boy. This thing runs nice and quiet.
Can't even hear it running. What'd you think about that?
That was a nice ride.
Well, that was fun.
When you get a few things fixed, I'll come and pick it up.
Now it sounds like you have to make a deal. Let's go see what you got to trade for. Guys, see y'all later.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you, Chip. What do you think, maybe 2 or 3 weeks?
I'll have it for you tonight. I can show you a couple things.
When are you gonna give me this car? I mean, just because we're friends? We're going to look at some cars that Chip would possibly trade for the Diacosa. And right inside the door is one he made from scratch, the Hemisphere.
This was the prototype. There's 4 other ones.
Wow, that's too cool.
The frame and every piece of suspension, everything was designed just for this car.
So you don't wreck these?
No.
The Hemisphere is way more expensive than the Diacosas, so Chip decided to show me some cars that he would trade for, and he didn't hold back. Oh, yeah? What year's that, 42?
42, which is the rarest year.
Finally, Chip showed me something that was well within my trading range, and it's a pretty cool car, too. How many of these did they make?
Only a handful.
It's a 1942 Buick Super 8 convertible. I don't want Chip to know it, but I really got to have this car. I know we're doing a friendly trade deal on his dad's Diacosa, but I'm going to have to put on a negotiating hat and play it cool. So, is this in our realm for trading?
Coming up on Fast and Loud, Richard takes a bite out of Chip.
Can we put the top down?
And Aaron swallows his pride.
I am not a big fan of these parts.
No one wants to spend $250,000 on a roof, but James from Cinemark showed me some problems I just couldn't overlook. God, it does look pretty nasty, doesn't it?
Yeah, all exposed fasteners, holes all over the place. Oh, wow. I've seen enough, man. There's more roof issues up here than we knew about.
Oh, hey, guys. Hey, will you give me a beer? Hey, will you spray this on my back? I got enough blanket for both of us. No?
Here's the Buick I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. What year's that, 42?
42, which is the rarest year.
You know, I don't know how car designers feel about the jobs now, but they must have loved them back then.
We're here at Foose Design in Huntington Beach, California, to do a little horse trading. I brought his dad's Diacosa that I bought out of Florida, hoping to trade him for something he may have here at his shop.
This has the rear intake with the dual carb.
Super rad. Chip just showed me his 1942 Super 8 Buick convertible, and I want the car. But he's also got a whole lot of other cars that might be a better deal for me.
2015 Mustang.
And we can trade for this?
Yeah.
No kidding. And it comes with a guy that washes it.
Yeah.
Freaking rad. Now, what makes this Mustang pretty badass is most of the components on there are one-off Chip Foose built.
The hood scoop, the front lower chin, the side scoops. I also changed the grille.
Cool car. All the adaptation that Chip did to it is really, really badass. And on top of that, it's green and black, my two favorite colors. You tore this car all the way down and color changed it.
Yeah.
Golly.
And resurfaced the whole body.
But Chip still got one more car to show us.
I got a Zephyr in here for you.
A Zephyr? I like Zephyrs.
It's all modern Lincoln LS. Motor, transmission, and all the suspension. And it's airbag.
I like air sacs. I really dig Zephyrs, and this 41 is in great shape. New driveline, new paint, airbags, you name it. The wheels don't really suit it, but man, this is gonna be a hard choice. Can we take it for a ride?
Yeah.
I'm digging this so far. What do you think?
Open the door.
I think it's an interesting car.
Can we put the top down?
Probably. I've never put it down.
If you've never put it down, then I don't want to mess with it. Right on. It's freaking cool. So I checked out the Zephyr, and it's cool. I like that style of car, but it also is kind of dorky. It just needs to, you know, it needs actually a little bit of this guy on it for about a week, and it'd be a pretty rad car. Heck yeah. Let's drop it like it's hot.
It's not exactly my style. I'm not a big fan of that year Zephyr, like the early ones. But it does look like a car that has a lot of potential. It just has a little bit of ugly that needs to get knocked off of it. My bid's on the red one.
Oh, the Buick?
That's right.
So there's the Buick, the Mustang, and the Zephyr. I want them all. It's not every day, though, you can get a car from Chip Foose, so I'm trying to weigh out my options there. You know?
He really likes the Mustang, and he likes the 41 Zephyr. Which one he's gonna take? I don't know yet. You know this is a 4-cylinder, right?
It is?
Four-cylinder with a hairdryer.
I think you just made up my mind. I'm going with that.
All right.
Let's do that. Cool, we got a deal. I think it was a really good trade. I think it was fair on both sides to make that trade and make it happen. Super cool. And it's a beautiful sunny day, as it always is in California, so I say we go hit the beach and get a fish taco and maybe a cold beer.
Man, let's get out. I need a Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, wait for me.
Back to work. Looks like all the parts for the headers came in while I was gone. Holy crap. I was afraid they wouldn't have those. The formed collector or the exhaust bucket, whichever. When it comes to time, we're perpetually behind. We never have enough time to do anything that we do. So are we behind? Well, that goes without saying, but since some people can't grasp the obvious, then while explaining it, we are behind. We're always behind. In this situation, maybe more so, because get right down to it, I can't throw money at it. Well, Richard can't throw money at it. Doesn't matter who you are, you can't throw money at it. The parts don't exist, so until I make them, they don't exist. We have headers to fabricate, an intake to fabricate, exhaust to fabricate, and then all the plumbing. So we have a long road ahead of us in very few days.
Because he was so confident that he would finish this build in 6 weeks, I gave Aaron a long leash on this build, and I've stayed out of the way. But the car's still in paint. He's just now starting to work on the headers, and that doesn't even say anything about the turbos and the intercoolers and everything else, and I don't know what else he has up his sleeve. You know, he's so far behind that I know I'm not gonna get all the custom touches that he promised.
Oh, it's a mile up there.
I need that car ready for Barrett Jackson in 3 weeks.
Hang it, Ray. I am not a big fan of these parts.
I mean, I know it's risky, but if I'm gonna get top dollar for this car, it's gotta go across the auction block.
The time is a big thing. I don't like the material I'm working with, and I don't have very much time.
I just spent $250,000 fixing the roof, and if Aaron drops the ball on this one, I'm gonna be short way more than beer money this month.
Next week on Fast and Loud, as Aaron and the monkeys race to finish the Pantera.
I'm not even gonna ask about money, but how are we doing on time?
Richard heads to the races with Miller Lite NASCAR driver Brad Keselowski.
Let's roll. Get in there and rip it. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing.
But with Barrett Jackson coming up fast, can Aaron pull off his grand design in time?
Turn. Oh my God.
Or will Richard be showing up empty-handed?
You call me when it's ready to drive.
Huge problem.
কি ভাই খাইছেন?
না ভাই, এখন থেকে সকাল আর বিকালে খাবো, রাতে খাবো না।
তা হঠাৎ এই কৃচ্ছ সাধনের কারণ?
আরে ভাই, আপনারা তো জানেন না, রাত্রে খাওয়া ঠিক না। রাত্রে খাইলে শরীর তো ভারী হয়ে যায়, কোনো মুভমেন্ট নাই তো, খায়া তো চিঠা শুয়ে পড়বেন, বুঝছেন না?
বুঝতে পারছি। খাবারের টাকাটা দিতে পারেন নাই তো, এই লেগে খাইবেন না। আরে ভাই, আমরা তো আছি। শুনেন, এই জাতি পাশের বাইরে না খাওয়া নিজে কখনো খাইতে পারেও নাই, পারবো না। আসেন খান।
না না ভাই, আপনারা খান, আমার আসলে
সকালেও তো খান নাই। হাতটা ধুয়ে এসে আমাদের সাথে বসেন, যান। এই চাকরি বলেন, ব্যবসা বলেন, আজকে নাই তো কি হয়েছে, কালকে হয়ে যাবে। এর জন্য শুধু শুধু শরীরটাকে নষ্ট করে কোনো লাভ। জান তো ভাই। পানি দাও না, কুলি করি।
ওনার জন্য নিয়ে আসছে।
আসলে এই তোর মা কিস্তি টাকা দেয় না কে?
এই কথাবার্তা সাবধানে কোন, সুন্দর করে কোন, ও মাইন্ড করব।
আই স্যার আই, আমি কি তোর লগে কথা কইতাছি? আই তোর মাকে কিস্তির টাকা দিব না?
মা তো দিতে চাইছেই, দিয়ে দিব।
আর দিব আমি জানি না। না তোকে কথার কোনো দাম আছে? তোর মা আজকে এনে পানি নিতে আহে নাই, আমি বুঝি না। আইলে আমি শাই কইরা ধরুম, হেললে গাহে নাই। আমার লগে চালাকি করস না?
এই আপনার ভাষা তো খুব খারাপ। ভাষা শিক্ষায় ভর্তি হন, কোচিং এ ভর্তি হন আপনি।
কিসে? আমার কোচিং লাগবো না, তুই কোচিং এ ভর্তি হ। দিন দুপুরে রং ঢং করো, আর বেশি কথা না।
করছি, ভালো করছি, আপনার লগে করছি।
দেখ সারা, আমারে সাতাইস না। এই শিউলির মায় আমার কাছ থেকে টাকা ধার নিছে। টাকা ধার নিয়ে চরকিটার মতো ঘুরাইতেছে, টাকা ধারের নাম নাই। কি রে, টাকা পয়সা দিবি না নাকি এমন ঘুরাইতেই থাকবি?
পান তো সুদের টাকা, দিয়ে দিব। এর লেগে কি আপনি রাস্তাঘাটে অপমান করবেন?
আল্লাহ, আপনি সুদ খান? সুদ খাওয়া তো খুব খারাপ। মাথার মধ্যে কিরা হইব? সুদ খাওয়া হারাম।
তুমি কত ভালো মানুষ, আমার জ্ঞান দিতে আইছে। এত কথা বুঝি না, আমার টাকা চাই টাকা। আর টাকা যদি না পাই, এই কলসি আজকে আমার কাছে জমা থাকবে। দেখ কলসি দে।
এই ছেলে, এই বেটি 1 টাকা দিবা না, বজ্জাত বেটি। এই স্যার, স্যার। এই আমার স্যান্ডেলটা পড়ে গেছে, স্যান্ডেলটা লয় আয়।
জুতাটা দিব, আজকে টাকা দিব।
এই সুদ করে বাচ্চা, সর।
যা যা, আমি দেখালে মোর টাকা আমি ঠিকই লব।
হ্যাঁ দিমু যা।
সারা কোন কাজ দেখিস?
আমরা লোক সরকারি কাজে আসছি, দরকারি।
কি কাম?
কোনটা সুমারি করতে আসছি, যে কার কার বাড়িতে আবে একটা মেয়ে আছে তার একটা লিস্ট করতে আসছি।
লিস্ট করবেন তো আপনাকে খাতা কলম কই?
খাতা কলম দেখা?
খাতা করতে পারবো আমি।
খাতা করতে পাইবো, এখন তো ডিজিটাল যুগ না, মোবাইলে সব হিসাব নিকাশ হয়। মোবাইলটা দেখাই দে।
আমার তো বাটন
এই দেখ, এখানে কি কি আনতে হইব সব মনে আছে তো?
হরে মা, সব মনে আছে।
শৈরে, কেমন আছিস তুই? ইস, কি যে সুন্দর লাগতেছে, পরিলাহান লাগতেছে, কারণ অজানা লাগে।
এই তুই অহন কেমনে এলি?
আইসি, তোর খুব দেখতে ইচ্ছা করতেছিল তো, এর লেগে তোর লেগে সুইটটা আইসি। কি সুন্দর লাগতেছে, কি মাখতাছিস মুখে?
আবু তাবুর কথা বাদ দে, তোর না বাইন্দা রাখছিল, তুই চটলি কেমনে?
ওই সিরকানি বাইঙ্গা আইসি।
অন কি চাস তুই?
কিছু চাই না, তাই ওই যে তোর বাপে যে বড়ি বেছে না, সারপোকার বিষ যে ওদিকে আছে।
গোলমার্ক পপস বিস্কুট, একটু জায়গা বুঝে খান।
শ্যামলী ইউপিভিসি রঙিন রুফিং শীট,
বাংলাদেশের একমাত্র 3 স্তর বিশিষ্ট রঙিন শীট শ্যামলী ইউপিভিসি রুফিং শীট।
শ্যামলী রুফিং শীট আজীবন সুপারহিট।
এই আকাশি নীল রংটা মেয়েদের খুব মানায়, তাই তাদের খুব পছন্দ এটা।
আর আপনাকে হলুদ রঙে মানায় না, বেশি পরবেন না।
ও নেইমারের ফ্রি কিকের মতো সুন্দর।
দোয়া করি সুন্দর হোক, নেইমারের মতো অভিনেতা না হোক।
তুই কয়টা দিন যাইতে দে, বুঝাই শুনে ঠিকই ব্রাজিলে নিয়ে আসবি। তোদের লাইন আপে এবার কে কে আছে?
আমাদের মেসি আছে।
ডিফেন্সে কে আছে?
মেসি আছে।
স্টেডিয়ামে কোনোভাবেই মেসি যাতে না থাকে। মেসি থাকলে তো তুমি আমার প্রপোজাল অ্যাকসেপ্টই করবে না।
আমি কোত্থেকে আসলাম?
Mới nào ẩn chính đâu đây Harley. Bốn mảnh chính là 5 mảnh chính ạ. Cầm con Morgana. Nào sẽ là con này nữa. Có tướng anh. Tiền phòng. Đem con này nữa đi. Không được rồi, tân cái gì nhỉ? Phá thủ thợ săn chiến binh. Chiến binh à? Dòng hóa hình nhọt đi. Thế này đi, thế này đi. Ultimate. Ultimate đẩy ra. Olo I look again. Harley. Nước mắt đâu? Giọt nước mắt em đã rơi vì ai? Bẹp. Mà lòng anh cứ đau thật lại. Đang giảm nhiều mã quá ta. 47 này. Everything backing. Thực bị chỉ lung. 135 mã tăng. Ok, ngon nha. Chẳng cần. Thế này đi. Thế này đi. Ok. Ui, pháo thủ này. Đó, binh 136 mã tăng. Tốt. 134 mã tăng. Ngân hàng có bách được không? Ngành nghề ngân hàng. Phân bổ dòng tiền. Viễn thông cực bay à? Công nghiệp, y tế, dịch vụ hạ tầng, dầu khí. Đâu nhỉ? Tài chính này. Tài chính giảm. Shiba. Đừng khóc nữa, hãy nín đi được không? Không 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 không. 137 mã tăng. Cái gì mà 140 đây mới chuẩn. 1247. Nghìn năm đi xuống đi xuống đi xuống đi xuống đi lên đi xuống đi xuống đi xuống đi lên. Go. Vẫn thua. Chỗ này vào ngay lập tức. Bình ngay. Ẩn chính học giả ngay. Can trường này. Bọn mình kết thúc thật rồi, hết sức thật rồi, phải không em ơi? Được rồi, mà có lẽ giờ này em đang ngủ say, còn anh thì vẫn mang nỗi nhớ em trong đêm thật dài. Giờ em bút, nope. Thật rằng lời thì thầm ngọt ngào bên tai. Ý cái con này cái chắc quá. Con này nằm chỉ Heavenly Phoenix. Em trong tế bào. Suy nghĩ. Ok đó. 3 áp à? Đây là cái này và cái này đầu tiên. Ok, xong rồi lên. Cất cái lối thật rồi, ta mất cái nối thật rồi em. Em ơi, tan vỡ. I'm farming. Me zero, more cheese please. Có lẽ giờ này em đã ngủ say, còn anh thì vẫn mang nỗi nhớ em trong đêm thật dài. Chẳng cần sợ sai. Rồi sẽ đến, rồi sẽ đến. Ở phía sau vẫn luôn có anh, vẫn luôn có anh âm thầm đứng gượng cười. Có lẽ chỉ cần cho hết đi. Vẫn luôn là anh. Cũng chẳng được gì, và cô nước keo cũng chẳng được gì. Quay trở lại, trái tim em giờ đang nhớ ai. Thằng cái đàn điên ấy. Ui dồi ôi. Đần điên. Người, tôi sẽ khóc bằng những lần quên bằng nụ cười.